Okay, one thing I've wanted to do on this whole trip, I'm just about to do. I'm going to have my future told. In fact, I'm going to get out of Whitby. It's giving me goosebumps. Right, my next port of call. Do you recognise that bridge? You probably recognise the view from the bridge. I'm in Whitby. So, up on the hill in the distance, you should be able to see Whitby Abbey. That was built in 656. And Whitby is famous for a few things. Of course, originally fishing, though these mostly look like leisure vessels. It's also the place where Bram Stoker, the author of Dracula, visited and was inspired for his story. So we'll probably see a bit more of that the further in we go. And the name itself, Whitby, I'm not going to try and pronounce the translation. It's believed to come from a Norse word when the Vikings attacked and influenced the area. And the Norse word translates to white settlement. First impressions, it is busy, but busy with people working hard. I've seen some grafters in the short time I've been here, working on the boats, working on the shoreline of the harbour. It looks a hard working, is it a town, city? I'm not sure. A couple more cool facts, maybe cool. Captain Cook did his apprenticeship here before he went on his adventures, his jollies. And it's also known for Whitby jet, a jet black gemstone that's widely sought. That's the River Esk leading out as we look to the North Sea. And that is the way that I'm going to be heading. And you can see signs of the industry. Look at all the crabbing and lobster pots. More facts. It had the second biggest whaling fleet in the 18th century, second only to Hull. I didn't know when I passed through Hull that they had a whaling fleet. This was the country's second biggest. And there's a map. So you can see where I am in the bottom left corner. I've got a lot to explore. Let's go. So I haven't really scoped this visit out in advance, so we very much see it as I see it. There's a train station there by the looks of it. And then the town. So this ship is actually a restaurant. Food and drink served all day. 3 decks apparently to eat and drink. Pretty cool. So today is a Monday and everywhere is actually busy. You can see there the Wetherspoon's got a lot of people in. And it's only 10:15. It is a very, very famous place and a lot of people come here to visit. There's the death traps for all those crustaceans. Blech. This is a recurring theme as well, isn't it? Pirate boat trips. £5 for a 25-30 minute boat trip. So as I tour around, you might see in the background a lot of goths. Apparently Whitby twice a year has an enormous goth weekend festival and they all gather here and do gothy things. Cry. I'm joking if you're goth. But there's quite a few walking around. It's a Monday, as I say, so there can't be the weekend today, but there's plenty here. Maybe the Goth weekend was this weekend, because look, there's literally a lot of them. So there's one place I really want to experience and visit. It says it's open, and it's this way. There's a Dracula experience. No idea if I'll be able to record in there, but I want to go anyway. Have a look around. This is a very quaint little place. Woman in the distance doing a knitting on the balcony. The RNLI station. More sea trips. Coffee and pastries. Boom. Let's go. Oh my good God. Cornish bakery. That was a cherry and almond croissant, and I kid you not, it's the best croissant I've had in my life. It weighed about a pound. Right. Where's this Dracula place? I think this is the first place I've visited that's got quite wholesome places to eat as well, like a lot of them. It's past another bakery selling real food. Not that I'm saying a cherry and almond croissant is real food, but further south it was just chips, hot dogs, chips. Here there's a lot more restaurants, bars, bakeries, and I'm just along the front. I mean, if you can call this, I suppose it is the front, isn't it? Unless I get around the corner. It does say there's nice beaches here, actually. Just being nosy. Says there's a replica HMS Endeavour down here. Ooh. Even that's too high for me. Don't do it, don't do it. Don't know what she was looking down at, there's nothing down there. Loads of amusement arcades. I ain't seen Dracula yet though. There's a Whitby lifeboat museum. I'm not actually going to go into that because I've been into a couple on this trip. Piano Man. Toilets. 50p. Charging people to go to the loo. It just feels criminal. There's the pirate boat trip. I wonder if it goes out around to the ocean. We'll be able to see in a second. So this is the access point. All those boats that I saw at the start, this is the way in and out. Oh wow, look at this. Let's get a better view. The school children doing a litter pick on the beach. That's quite good to see. So I didn't see no Dracula experience, and apparently I walked past it, so it's one of those. I'll watch the video back and it'll be glaringly obvious that I walked straight past it, but I'll bang it into Google Maps on the way back. They're just coming back from a fishing trip. Wonder how long they've been out for. That's a pretty impressive view from this end of the harbour, I guess you would call it, jetty, wharf. I don't know the terminology, don't crucify me. Look at that, you've got the Abbey up there, the ruins. And then either side of the valley, the bridge in the distance, you might just be able to see that. The main sort of touristy bit. And then over this side, I would say a good 3, maybe 4 miles of just clear beach. Dogs are loving it. Look at him or her. Just dogs are cool, aren't they? Just did that for no other reason than the fun of it. You've got caves built in there. Not built in, eroded into the side. Rock pools. It's actually quite a cool place. Look at the buildings along the top of the slope up there, look. So this is a storm gate that was put in place in 2005 so they can close access to this wooden part of the... I don't know what it is. I'm going to call it a jetty. Or it's not a pier, is it? It's Whitby Memorial Bridge. Okay. No, it can't be. That was built in 2012. Well, how was that gate put in place in 2005? I don't know. I can't even find a date when the lighthouse was built, but it's quite a unique lighthouse. It looks like it's built out of sandstone or something. It's really eroding. You see the netting keeping the stone intact, and then there's a smaller one there. Ah, okay, I get it now. If I can stand on here. So, no. Okay, so the wooden jetties are new additions. It just used to be the rock. And the lighthouses would have guided people in. I wonder if they were lighthouses as well. I can go down and have a look. You can't get on it by the looks of it. And it's so calm, but there's signs everywhere saying extreme danger when the sea's rough, which will be why that gate closes, I guess. On a serene day like this though, it's hard to imagine, isn't it? I can swim, right? Well, like if I fell in here, I wouldn't drown. I'd be able to make it back to the coast, the shore. But the sea makes me feel so sick. Like I can't even get... Oh man. It's not actually that... Oh, I can't even look at it. Like I can look out, but I can't look down. It's like I lose control of my body. I have to put... There's a wrist strap on this camera. I have to put the wrist strap on because I feel like my body's just going to do random things and... Oh, I could never be a fisherman. Oh, these old little maybe these were the... I don't know. There's no information panel to say what this is. It looks like an old sort of mini lighthouse on either side. Yeah, it must be. Look, you've got the cover on the rearward side, so the light would only show forward. So these must be miniature ones, almost like guides to get into this part of the entrance, and then the bigger ones would be visible from much further away. Right, let's go and find Dracula. So I sense that Whitby is one of those places you could probably spend 2 or 3 days to fully explore all around, and I unfortunately don't have that. I've got a couple of hours. So if you are watching this and you've been here and I've missed anything off, please don't hold it against me. Be more dog. Look, the dog's running, he's not throwing it yet. Got it. So apparently in the distance you see people going up and down those steps. Those steps are famous, or well known. I think they're called the 199 steps. I've not googled this, this is just stuff that's in my head, so if I'm wrong, crucify me, but they go all the way up to the old Abbey. So the piano man tried to travel from Land's End to John O'Groats with his piano. He's got the information sign there saying he travelled 1,600 odd miles before the police stopped him, did him for no insurance and impounded his piano. He was doing it to raise money for people's mental health, and his piano got impounded for no insurance. What? Okay, this might be why I missed it, because I came round that way. I think it's up this way. So I'll have a wander up and have a look. Just cross the road, or walk in the road. There's so many fish and chip shops. What did I say the place was called? The Ship Inn. Well, there's the Ship Inn. So maybe it is on the other side. Let's have a look. Okay. One thing I've wanted to do on this whole trip, I'm just about to do. I'm going to have my future told. Right, she doesn't take card. So I need to find a cash point. Which means going back to these amusements. Apparently there's a cash point up here somewhere. But I'm going to do it, see what she says. So I don't believe in clairvoyance. I've got nothing identifiable on me. I'm not going to tell her anything about me. We'll see what she can come up with. So the charge is to use the toilets, but free cash machines in the arcades. I didn't ask her how much it was, and I didn't see anything on the sign, so there's the first question. How much do you reckon it is to have a clairvoyant reading? I took 50 quid out. I don't think it'll be that much, but I don't know. And then I wonder if she'll be able to predict that I need the toilet. For seriousness, I would expect it to cost no more than £20. It'd feel a bit steep, but I have no idea. Right, I'm back. I'm going in. Okay, that was bizarre. I'm going to get somewhere quieter and then I'll update. And there's the Dracula place, but I'm not going to go in. I need to digest what just happened. In fact, I'm going to get out of Whitby. It's giving me goosebumps. Just while I get out of here, it was actually the Goth weekend just this weekend. And apparently there were thousands and thousands of goths here, which explains why I'm seeing a few today as well. Let's start with the negatives. The cost was extortionate. There were tiers, I'm talking about the clairvoyant, there were tiers of different readings. 35 was the cheapest. I ended up paying £50. The reason I went for that was I thought, if I'm going to do it, let's see what she's got. Secondly, there were a lot of things she said which just had no bearing on me in any way, shape or form, and she would caveat those with you watching the next 12 months. I mean, you can say that about anything. Thirdly, didn't last that long, 10-15 minutes. Don't know what I was expecting. Then let's get on to the, she picked up 3 things. 2 of them could have been fluke. I imagine if you say them to most people would say it's applicable to them, so I'll share them with you. Number 1, has someone recently done you out of money or worse to those effects? That has happened to me, but I'm gonna guess probably most people that's happened to. Number 2, you're going to move to the coast. Now, I've made no secret I want to return to Bournemouth and live there. But if you want to move to the coast. Let me know if you're watching this and you don't live by the coast and someone said that to you. Would you say, yeah, I would love to live by the coast? So I think those 2 are questionable. The next one is the one that gave me goosebumps, and I'm going to be very cautious on how I say this. She asked me, or rather told me, that last year I'd had my heart broken by a female, and then she guessed that female's profession precisely. Now, I'm not going to say what profession she does. I know she might watch this video. Just instantly, you had your heart broken by this lady, and this is what she does. And I was like, wow. And believe me when I say it is a unique profession, you're not just going to pull, it's not like, oh, she was an artist or something generic. And then she said, and she's going to try and get back in your life. There's I'll say it exactly how she said it. There's a black man involved. He is trouble, and at some point she's going to come to you for help. I mean, we'll see if that comes true, won't we? But yeah, very, very surreal, very expensive. It's made me want to get out of the area. So I'm going to get out of the area.